Welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. Today we'll be doing a summoning session on the Mythic hero Plumeria. Our main goal will be to, of course, get Plumeria. She is an Astra hero, which we need for Ether Race purposes. Other units I would like to get are Celica, which I do not have. Lilith for merges, Lucina for merges, Cela for merges, basically all legendaries and mythic heroes for merges. And I do not mind one or two Julians. If I end up with two of them, that's close full that I'm able to give to somebody else, as well as slow attack speed. But yeah, other than that, I will be going full circles though, so we do get what we get. So let's get started. And this is a really good circle, so maybe we can get a Plumeria right off the bat. Who knows? But yeah, so Plumeria, people finally got what they wanted. Offense mythic hero who is a support unit. So far we got Peony as a light, Mirabilis as anima. Now we have Plumeria as Astra, which means Tiandra will most likely be dark, just to, I guess, balance out the fairy girls. There's 4 of them, so probably put each of them on a separate season. As for Freya and Freyr, Freya and the king and his sister, Freya and Freyr, I think is who they are. They're probably gonna take a while, just like Hell took a while to get here. So probably somewhere between mid next book or maybe later. But I do expect Tiandra to be released before either one of them. Alright, so first circle, we got nothing. So let's continue. Hey, at least we're getting red orbs, you know. That is a good thing. And blue, I mean, with this, I say we got some blues that we need. 1 for merges. And we get wings of merge, you know. Can't have too many wings of merge, especially because I'm starting to run out. So yeah, we'll definitely get Tiandra before we get either of the other 2, and she's most likely gonna be a dark hero. As for what, I don't know if she'll be the next one, just because that will give 5 dark heroes. So I don't know if they want to balance out the light, maybe give us more offense heroes before we get more defensive heroes, which is something that I have been thinking of, like that might happen. So when we do what is it called, what's the game mode called? The only other game mode that uses mythic heroes. Man, I'm so terrible with names of things. Yeah, Mjolnir Strike. So Mjolnir Strike has main season and a secondary season. So it has like one that gives you like 4 to those stats and one that gives you 2 to those stats. So what I'm thinking might happen is that they're gonna switch out, not switch out the seasons, but like untie the seasons from each other. So like Light and Dark will not oppose each other, and Astra and Anima won't oppose each other. So we can have then mix, kind of like we do with with legendary seasons, as water, wind, fire, and earth. That, you know, they can be water and earth, or water and fire, or water and wind. So I'm thinking that in the future that is gonna happen. So we'll have for example, it will be like dark offense and versus Astra defense. Oh, and we got our first legendary, or our first 5-star leaf. All right, and this is A plus defense minus attack leaf. So merges, or, you know, he does have hey, we got another forest. Pretty sure I'm getting close to 10 forests for merging purposes. So let's do this and this. So yeah, this encounter times pulse, 2 things that you can pass from him. All right, so let's redeem on this banner. We'll go red, since there's only one red. Yeah, so I'm thinking that they might do that with the seasons, like mix them up. So we no longer just have 2 defensive seasons and 2 offensive seasons. So a defensive season might become an offense season, and an offense season might become a defense season. Which would like make it a little more interesting. They could like just update certain units like Duma, make it so he also works on offense, like this, make him like a movable catapult. So make it so, yeah, make him a movable catapult. So you are able to place him wherever you want, because you can do that like with Mila. You can place her wherever you want to isolate whatever unit you want to isolate. And speaking of Duma, we got Duma. Yeah, merges for my mythics. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you what. Well, I forgot to look myself what his stats were. So yeah, like just updated. Oh, and then we got Plumeria. I've been talking about Tiandra. So okay, so we got a Plumeria, which is really good, because now this is, well, the main reason we came here was to get her. And plus rest minus speed, which is not bad, because we know her rest is one of her best stats, and her speed is one of her worst stats. And a plus rest could easily tank Tracier with like no problem, because she has 40 rest at neutral, and I don't know if she has a super boom or a super bane on it, but definitely good. Duma was a plus rest minus HP. All right, so far so good. We got 3 units so far. Yeah, but like update units like that, like Duma, you can give him so on offense, he will only, of course, it will only work on the season. I mean, his 7 damage already works at all times. They could do that. That would be like something really interesting. Didn't we just get a Sylvia? Like on this banner? Yeah, double Sylvia. Alright, so let's summon on this banner now. Really good heroes all around. Let's go with Chris. Just because Chris is like, I think she's the top, I'll say the top infantry lance unit in the game. And Altina, who still, they haven't fixed her, still can show us as a 5-star. But yeah, like, what other hero has like a thing like that? Like, it only works on, no, none of the other ones have like something very specific like Duma does, that it says destroys a building when he's on his season on defense. So they could update it just so be able to do it on offense as well. And yeah, like that will break the monotony of like every week, okay, is this versus this. It will make you have to build your teams more strategically, like units that you use to counter mythic heroes on dark season doesn't work the same as the ones you have to counter on Astra season, and vice versa. Or just imagine like light, you're playing light offense versus Astra defense, or the other way around, Astra offense versus light defense. I mean, you can still build those teams right now if you wanted to, but you just don't score very well. But yeah, that would be something. Or maybe like they could do it, okay, these are the 2 seasons. You can build a defensive light team, and you can attack it with an offensive light team. So you can either use light or dark for that season, you know. It's like, but I do think they need to do some changes to AR just to make it break up the pace a little more, because it's just every week after week is the same thing. Like, okay, this is my core carries, these are my mythic heroes that are going with it, and this is the spot that I have to reserve for a bonus unit. And if the bonus unit just happens to be the mythic, a mythic that matches that season on offense, then you can either bring another mythic for triple mythic, or another support. If you're already running triple mythic, you can actually bring a support. So something like that would definitely help out the game. Just not everything be, try to make it not the same every single week. You go in and out, which is mostly why I try to use legendary heroes so much on Ether Raids, just because it gives me something different. Like every week that I play is not the same as the last week. Or, oh, I got Lucina. A merge for my Lucina. I think my Lucina is plus res. This is a plus speed. Oh, very cool. Alright, so far we've been getting all the units that I want. Norn. Someday I will build a close foil Norn with Spendthrift Bow. Alright, so now let's summon on this banner over here. And we'll summon red because there's 2 of them. And there's no colorless. But yeah, so something more interesting, you know, than just the monotony. Like Astra, especially, like I can't really run my legendary heroes so much on Astra just because the anima heroes are really they require very specific counters. And the one that I have invested the most, of course, is on Fjorm, which she does not do very well against Trasier, mostly due to like Trasier's killing intent, giving her the desperation effect, plus with her weapon and her killing intent, getting like +9 speed. So outspeeding her is really difficult. But yeah, and it will also like lead to more interesting defenses, because a lot of defenses you see are very cookie cutter. Like you find a defense from somebody on Reddit, or you match some or encounter someone in a match and you're like, oh, I'm just gonna copy their defense, and you start seeing like the very same defenses over and over again. Like the desert map that has the 2 defense tiles and the column at the bottom, so people always get the column, and then they put the fortress right next to it. Yes, Celica. Celica is one of the ones I'm missing. So she's not like minus speed. And I just had to say it. Minus speed.
I'm Celica, Queen of the One Kingdom of Valentia.
And you're minus speed. Oh, eventually we'll get a one to fix her IBs. But yeah. So yeah, like the desert map with the defense styles, everybody builds the same map. Puts all 6 units, Reinhardt side corner, puts the fortress at the bottom to block, to make a 2-lane block, and you see that map used constantly. And with someone on the last banner, we have some to redeem, which is this one. We'll go red, of course, but if not, then green, I guess, for Lachesis. And this is also only redeem. And we get a 3-star. Eliwood. So Eliwood. Eliwood was a mistake. Like giving him Blazing Durando was a mistake, which has me both excited and worried about this next set of refines we're getting, because Sigurd is getting a refine, and Sigurd has Divine Tierfing, which was also given to regular Selef. So what I'm hoping is that, I mean, I have an idea like of what I think Sigurd's refine should be, and it's very similar to like Ike. Like before Brave Ike got a refine, I had an idea of what they could do to fix him, which was basically exactly what they did, except less. Like I never intended him to get like the 40 on the first hit. I was like, okay, the best way that they can make Ike work is like give him reverse desperation, so the enemy is able to attack him twice, so then he can actually make use of his inherited steady breath, and of course allows him to use this encounter. And that's what they did, except they went even more and gave him that -40 on first hit. So what I'm hoping to do with Sigurd is that they take advantage that he has a unique B skill that is what allows him to work a lot like Ike. Like his weapon is minus 50 on the first hit, and then Cavalry War, which is his special B skill, gives him the minus 80 on second hit on range units. His weapon is for magic only, but his B skill is for all range units. And we got another leaf, which is good. Oh, plus attack. No, not that. So what I'm hoping they do with his weapon refine is to take make use of the fact that he has Cavalry War. So what I would do to his weapon is, first I would change the base effect of his weapon from only magic to all range, so daggers and bows as well, and make sure it's all range, so it includes color bows and color daggers. So very similar to what they did with Lyn. Lyn had like reduce damage by magic by 6, by 4 actually, and then they gave her the full on distant defense. So she had like distant magic, and now they give her upgraded to distant defense. So I'm hoping they do the same thing for Sigurd, like all range attacks, and then give him a conditional effect. So like if foe is range, or like the way they say it is like if foe's range is 2, so basically we'll just if the enemy hits from 2 spaces away, the enemy gets desperation effect, so they get to attack you twice before you can counterattack, but and you get to counterattack regardless of range. So it gives the enemy desperation, and in return he gets distant counter. But because he doesn't his weapon doesn't work on melee, so if a melee unit attacks him, then he just counteracts like normal. Like, hey, we got another Duma. Who's the other colorless again? Oh, Leaf. Surprised we haven't gotten a Leaf though. Another plus HP Duma. This is colorless. Why do I have someone on colorless first? But yeah. What was I just saying? Oh yeah, Sigurd. So yeah, like his refine, what I would do is like, of course, give him like minus 50% on all range hits, and the enemy gets desperation, so they get to hit you twice. And if you're of course using work what is it, Cavalry Ward, it's something ward, Paladin's Ward or something like that, the enemy the second hit is going to be minus 80. This also makes it so Seliph is not good at using the weapon, because I just don't want Seliph to be able to use the weapon as effectively as Sigurd, because then all it does is just make Sigurd useless and increases Seliph. Like the same thing like they did with Brave Roy. Brave Roy became useless because Eliwood just does the same thing, and then Eliwood got a Resplendent version which gives him better stats than Brave Roy, making Brave Roy irrelevant. So I don't want Sigurd to become irrelevant because his weapon also works on somebody else. So if they give him the desperation effect, then Seliph won't be able to use it as well. I mean, you could invest in Seliph's speed, and he will still get the distant counter effect from being attacked by a range. So yeah, that's how I would do the weapon. That way because the whole thing is you will be locking Sigurd's B skill down to cavalry ward, but you will be giving him a free A slot. So his A slot will be open and it wouldn't have to be this encounter. Hey, we got Mercedes. Not Amarin, which is who I want. So, like, if I was doing his refine, that's what I would go with. Like, give him minus 50 to all range attacks. Give the NN, gives the enemy desperation, and in return he gets this encounter for it. And if you wanted to go a little bit farther, I would also give him like because you're making him strictly almost a range check. Like, I mean, that's what he is. He's supposed to be this melee unit that doesn't care about magic attacking him. I mean, that's the way his kit is built up. So you can even go more into it and give him that he also gets minus 80% on minus 50% on not only the first hit but on any AoE that hits before the first hit. So half the damage of an AoE. Oh, we got Lilith. Yes, we can merge this Lilith into our Lilith. This is a plus defense, minus rest, minus neutral because I got her with the spark system. So yeah, like give him minus 50% of range of AoE attacks, then minus 50% of their first attack, and since they get desperation, they hit you again, then it will be minus 80% of that second attack, and then he gets to counter with, he gets to use this encounter. Or if they don't want to give him the AoE reduction, then they can give him Null C Disrupt built in as another option. I think you should have, like, because you're kind of building him for range, you should definitely have like at least 2 effects on that weapon brought by that refine, like the free distance counter by giving the enemy desperation, and the something else, something that allows him to fight range, which most range are either AoEs or we're seeing a lot of fire sweep or sweep weapons, AoE enemies coming out, or units with sweep web, or healers, you know, like Razzle Dazzle. So that would be the way I would take his refine. And since we only got 47 left, I am actually gonna end it up right here. So let's see what we got. We go to obtain, well, rarity, obtain in the same order. Alright, so we got a Lilith, Duma, Leaf, Celica, Lucina, Plumeria, Duma, and Leaf. So we got 8 units in, I think I had like 280, so in less than 250 ores we got 8 units, which is pretty good. I think that's on the above percentile of good luck, I guess. So 2 leaves merge for my leaf, so we can actually do this, and we can actually look at the original leaf that we have. So plus HP minus speed, plus defense minus attack, and plus attack minus speed. So we actually have 2 minus speeds. So I think I will keep the plus attack one. I will merge this one into him, and I will keep this one for just in case I need Tant's Pulse and this encounter at the same time. Duma, where's the Duma? Okay, so this Duma is, oh, he's minus attack plus defense. minus HP plus res and minus def plus HP. So I'm thinking I'll keep the one I have already. I'll keep the plus def. I mean, the plus res would probably give him better balance stats, but I think def is better. He usually doesn't get taken out by range unit. Well, no, he usually does get taken out by range units with dragon effectiveness, so it doesn't really matter if he has a little more res. So probably def is better for him. So he doesn't have a lot for fodder, like ball fighter, but he has like def solo and ball fighter. So I'll merge one and then I'll keep the other one for, I guess, for def res solo. And we got a plus speed Lucina, and my Lucina is plus res, like I said, and she's already plus one, so I don't know. Plus speed is really good, but I like plus res because it gives her more balanced stats. I think she has super boon in res, but I'm not actually sure. So I probably will merge her into my existing one, just keep this plus res one. Who else we got? Celica is brand new, Plumeria is brand new, and Lilith, like I said, my Lilith is neutral, but she will not be here because she's not a mythic. So yeah, like I said, she's neutral. She already has this encounter on her, so plus def. I don't know. I think I will keep. I think I'll just merge it into the neutral one. I do use her for ether raids every once in a while. I mean, I cannot afford to bring her all the time, but so yeah, I will definitely. Yeah, I think I'm gonna merge her into my neutral one. It won't let me finish. So let me just do one last thing. Alright, so that ends it. Alright, so with all that, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.